G'day. You're right, I was a bit over the top. But I'd hate to see you in a bit of a crisis situation with your gas, especially when it costs less than $50 to put in a new gas hose and sort out potential problems. Merry New Year and Happy Christmas and all that sort of thing. Hope you've had a great time, and all of last year, thanks for sticking with me. And this year, yeah, just can't seem to get away without having some sort of a melodrama in my camping career. Anywho, hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's all about gas protection and you and your family and everything without it going kaboom. Anywho, let's go. Good morning, top of the morning to you. 2024, just as you thought the whole adventure had ended, nothing else could be discussed or nothing else could happen. When I was back in up in the beach in Pebbly Beach, I had a problem. I seemed to go through a whole gas cylinder, and I got a plumber to come and have a look at it. And he said, no, you're fine. You must have just not realised, but you actually come along with, and your spare tank was empty. This is the gas cylinder. I found out something completely different this morning. Not sure if you're going to hear this. Okay, hopefully you can hear that. Not a great sound. Basically what it is, the hose coming from I've only got one hose comes from the tanks, is actually split and it's leaking gas. So that's never a great way to start the day. So what I need to do, I've shut off the gas, and the other cylinder's already empty. I was aware of that. So I'm about to run out of that and also put myself in an extremely dangerous situation. So it's New Year's Day. I don't know what's open. I'll leave the gas off, and so starts 2024. Not with a bang, but with a bit of a challenge already. What to do if this happens to you? First of all, it's a pretty serious thing. Turn off the gas. Make certain both bottles are turned off. You probably find one of them's turned off anyway, but you may have the double that comes up, goes into one, goes in the other with a little tap on it. Turn off your gas system, definitely. Next thing you need to do is panic. No, you don't. You'll definitely need to, once that's done, then you need to basically get yourself to disconnect the trailer or the caravan, or take it with you. Bit of a pain in the butt if you're taking the whole thing. Ideally, leave the caravan, find out your nearest shop that's going to sell these sorts of things. Now, if it's the old-fashioned one, which I've got, then the big three shops won't sell it. You'll need to go to a specialised shop. I found one in Furniture Gully, and there probably was right throughout Australia, but you've got to be in the big cities. You could do it all through post and online, but the thing is, you've then got no gas, and if you're like me, that means you've got no hot water. You've got if you've got a three-way fridge, you've got no gas running in the fridge, and you've got no gas for cooking. So there is a plan B while you're waiting for all this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, your plan B for me was this. Plan B will give you then the ability to be able to cook, also give you the ability to be able to heat up water, etc. Because your only drama then you can have is the fridge. If it's the three-way fridge, going to have to be the power will have to come from the batteries, or you'll have to run a generator for a long time. So your fridge is the next drama. But certainly one of these, this is a plan B. If you get one of these, I think from memory they're about brand new, about $30 or $40. You can get them in different colours. Great little system. I don't like them to use them all the time because I don't like this whole, so what happens, there's your container, comes right out. Put this plastic container somewhere else. And there it is. So your gas just comes out like that. That's your little gas cylinder. The reason I don't really like them too much is that they're only $1 for these or thereabouts for your container, gas container, but then you throw them out. Not happy about that. Anywho, this is a bit of a dire situation, so just as well I had one. That just pops in there. And then close it, then you click this down, It's quite critical to have it exactly right. Click this down, make certain this is up. Don't need to have your hair or your beard near it. And then you just turn this off. It's got a little self-lighting. There it is. I'm not sure you can see that, but the flames are going. And that way you can boil your water, do your dishes, do some cooking. So that's covered 2/3 of your little crisis. Good idea to have one of these, even if you're not using it all the time. Okay, here is the culprit. Here is the guy that caused all the drama. Now, you probably recognise this. This is called a wheel. It's also called a pole. Now, that goes into your normal gas cylinder. That's fine. Coming around there, it then plugs into this system here. I don't know whether you can see that, but that's a little male 1/4-inch thread on it. The drama I was having when I went to the 3 major retail stores is they didn't have this connector on it. So that was a bit frustrating. So when I did eventually find it, that was all the problem solved. And the split, when all that was coming out, was a little split in there. And there's no way you could put gaffer tape on or blue tack or anything, because these are high pressure hoses and with the covering on them, and none of that's going to sort it out. So you basically need to shut this whole gas system down and get on with it. But this little piece caused me all that drama. And now I'm converted over to the new system. I was hoping to replace it with a dual system with a little tap, but they didn't have them in stock. So the new system doesn't have the wheel on it. It now has a special system, that, like a little coupling that goes over the thread, whereas this one goes, this one goes into and then the wheel. It's a bit hard to do, especially on a cold day. The new system has got a big fat thing and it goes over the thread, so it goes on tight, beautiful. And all new caravans have got this system on them. The government is suggesting to convert them over. And the cost on mine was really almost nothing. Probably I could have replaced the entire system and had a dual and all that. And that would have cost about $160, which is not too much. But for some reason, I chose to go the budget way. So I can tell you how to convert it on a limited budget. 2 questions answered here. Do you have the old system? The old system is the one with the wheel. See how you turn that? Now that just sits into there, and it's got what they call a left-hand thread, which means that you're actually doing it up what we would think the wrong way. I'm not going all the way in. You see how that's now in? That's the thread is going into the gas cylinder, and then that goes around to the 1/4-inch, gets screwed into there, and the system is complete. All good. Mine had the split here, so it threw out the hose. It's the old system. To change over to the new system, you need to simply buy, same thing, 1/4-inch thread screwed in there. This is the new one. So it has kind of a little, instead of the wheel, there's that kind of system. And it's bolted on there, you can't take it off, it's not interchangeable. Now this little system here, as you're screwing it into the gas cylinder, it pushes in and releases the valve so the gas can come through. And that's done. You see how the thread, the old-fashioned, is going in? The new one is actually the thread going on the outside. So you just go there, screw it on, and make it nice and tight and firm. Not crazy, but firm. Then turn the gas. That's it. How good is that? That's the new system. Good morning, top of the morning to you. Adventure that just keeps on giving. This morning I've woken up with just an ongoing challenge, so great news, the gas is working fine. So the gas stove is working, the fridge is working, which is perfect. However, all of that's had an impact on my ability to run the power through the caravan. Not last night, but the night before, I had the fridge running on the power out of the batteries, and it got down to about 16%, I think, which is not great, not a way to run the caravan. Yesterday I managed to charge up the batteries a little bit, but I was out in town getting some spare parts, so I wasn't able to put too much time into the batteries. And now today I've just had thunderstorms all night and reasonably heavy rain, and now the place is just like a mud pit, and it's going to be a bit tricky to run the generator, because I normally run that out of the back of the ute. So what I'll do is I'll pick up the generator and I'll carry it and stick it under the caravan. Hopefully, what could possibly go wrong? I know what you're saying. But I'll pop it under there, and because if it's raining, I don't really want the rain, number one, getting into the back of the ute, and I also don't want the rain if the generator's sitting out in the middle of the field here, field in the middle of the forest. I don't want it saturated, causing problems for that. So this is what it looks like at the moment. That's the classic there. And there's my own little personal creek, which I'll need to drive through. I'll have to do a river crossing to get out of this forest. Look, someone else as crazy as me actually camping here. But yeah, look, it's a beautiful day. It's not cold. And this is the first time it stopped raining for about, I've been out here now for 3 minutes, just preparing myself to grab the generator, pop it underneath the caravan, fire it up. Currently the power in the caravan percentage-wise for the batteries is 18%, so I'm going to need to get onto it pretty quick. I don't normally like to get the whole generator out because it's quite heavy, and at the moment it's almost full of fuel, and move it around, so but I will, because I'm sure that rain will just keep coming. Come on, you big beast. Oh, belly. It's all happening. I don't know whether I'm being paranoid, but gas does run right throughout the caravan. I'm sure there's no leakages, but petrol and gas and heat, they don't work very well. So I've decided I'm going to put it in the very back of the caravan, underneath that section, because I don't think there's too much gas happening down that end. Fingers crossed. Oh, gas and petrol and flames and heat. What could possibly go wrong? You can come and check out the action. As I was saying, I'm putting it generator underneath the back of the caravan. In Australia here we have an expression, it's not all beer and skittles. Well, today is not all beer and skittles. In other words, camping is not always just luxuriating with nothing to do and just out enjoying enjoying nature. There we go. Glug, glug, glug. Okay. Put this away from the spark. Honda reliability. Right, pop it under because the rain comes down, it's going to hit that at the moment. Put it a bit further under. That's just increased in revs because it's now just hit the power circuit in there. Hopefully that'll start charging the batteries. Whew. The day will get better. Oh, actually the day's already great. Thanks for patiently sticking to the end of the video. Now I'm getting to that stage where I've been to a lot of Australia. I've been travelling for 3 years, talked about a lot of things, talked about a lot of tips and that sort of stuff. I'm just finishing off Victoria and I'm about to head to South Australia. So if you've got anywhere that you want me to cover, please pop it down in the comments and I'll do my best if I haven't already been there. I want to try and cover as much as I can in South Australia to make it all quite complete. Now, if you found the video useful, helpful and or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And if you think the video is worth sharing, that too would be great. Until next time, this is Paul Will Drive, signing off.